What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today we are actually headed out on the road. We are headed out to Belle Grove Plantation. It is in Middletown, Virginia. We're going to be learning a lot about the place. We're going to be talking to some amazing people from the plantation itself, and we're just going to learn about its history, learn its stories, and have some fun. So come along with me. Let's get on the road. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I was probably here a long time ago, but this is kind of my first time really being back in the property and actually seeing the property. I took a field trip here when I was a kid, but it's kind of neat being back here again, seeing what everything is like. You know, just a crazy view. You know, just a huge space here. And really, as we start this series, I want you all to think about how large the property is, and really what does that mean in terms of our understanding of these places, and how can we understand how difficult it was in order to maintain all of this land, but also from the slave's perspective, how difficult it was to actually work on this land as well. What's up, everybody? We are here at Belle Grove Plantation. I am here with the executive director of Belle Grove Plantation. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Kristen Lays, and I'm the executive director here at Belle Grove, and I'm going to show you around a little today.
So she's going to take us around here. I'm actually going to be asking some questions along the way. She's going to be teaching us a lot about the place. So let's go inside and let's learn some more.
Hi, so welcome to Belle Grove. You might be wondering, like, plantation. What kind of comes in your mind when you think of plantation? You can see that's a beautiful place here. We've got a big, grand, fancy home behind me. Columns on the porch. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Gone with the Wind, but that's what most people my age and older think about when they think plantation. And some people have good feelings when they think of plantation. They think of beautiful places, fancy people, lots of wealth. Some people have different feelings. They think of enslaved labor. They think of maybe a work camp, maybe something about as bad as a concentration camp. So you can imagine that my job is really interesting, trying to balance both those things. So this was the home of the Hite family, H-I-T-E, here in the Shenandoah Valley. They had been Germans. They came to New York State initially, then Pennsylvania, then seeking new farmland, they came down to the Shenandoah Valley. And you can see some pictures that Mr. Rogers is going to take today to show you that we are still farmed today. We have cattle in the field right now as we speak. We have grain that we grow, hay that we grow, and this is what the Hites did as well. Livestock. This was a wheat plantation, and that's how they made their money. So they also had mills. They used that wheat and other grains to make whiskey. So they had a distillery. There were a lot of industries here, and the success and the wealth that came was because they used enslaved labor. The Hite family owned 276 men, women, and children. It's really hard for us to know what their daily life was like. We are fortunate that we even know their names because the Hite family did keep records. So we knew a little bit about their families, who their mother might have been, not rarely who their father was. We have to use a lot of other sources just to try to determine a little bit about what their life was like. So we've been using archaeology, and we've been looking at the place where the enslaved quarters were. They're no longer here. We use other documents, and I'll be talking to you about some of those. And we learn about what other things were happening here in Virginia in terms of the enslaved, and so that gives us an idea, a little bit about their lives. But we know so much less about the lives of these enslaved men, women, and children than about the White-Hyde family. So let's go inside, and actually, I can introduce you to one.
All right, let's do it. So this is pretty awesome, you know. I mean, looking at this place, it's been a long time since I've been here, as I mentioned before, but you know, we're actually going to be walking inside now, taking a look at the downstairs level, which is actually where most of the work actually happens in the house itself. So I'm pretty excited to go down here. It is going to get a little dark, so I hope you're ready for that.
So, as I mentioned, we really know very little about the lives of the enslaved here at Belle Grove, and we certainly don't have any pictures. The Heights were living here between the 1780s up to about the 1850s, and that basically predates photography. We have one family photograph that we can talk about with the Height family. So we really have no images of the enslaved, and it's hard for us to talk to visitors about it a little bit because we have little information. So we do everything we can to tell the stories of these lives. And here I want to introduce you to a woman named Judah. This is an artist who is named Megan Whitfield. She did this painting based on a story that was written, a fictional story that was written about Judah's life based on the history that we know at Belle Grove. So do you want to know more about Judah? Tune in to the next video.